A Utah man bought a vehicle and decided to bring it back to the dealership after buyer's remorse in pretty extreme fashion.
Let's check it out and then we'll read the article.
All right, go ahead.
Whoa! Whoa! Call the cops!
Wow.
This disgruntled Utah man smashes his car into the dealership he had bought it from earlier that day after he was allegedly denied a refund.
Wow. Said viral video recorded from inside the dealership shows Michael, 35, driving the car directly into the dealership glass doors.
Murray bought a used Subaru from the Tim Dale Mazda.
Well, that was his first
dealership.
mistake.
Yeah, seriously. For how much? Is it
4,000.
4,000?
Yeah.
So he bought a car that was like a 2007.
Probably like that's a pretty old car. Pretty old car with a lot of miles. And so what does he discover? He discovers mechanical issues.
Wow. Okay. So he discovers mechanical issues. When the dealership refused to refund the lemon, Murray reportedly threatened the dealer. Scary. After his arrest, Murray's told Inside Edition, "I just kind of blacked out for a second. I guess I hit a breaking point."
Oh, man. I've got a moral to this story here in a second, so just bear with me.
Murray was arrested and charged with criminal mischief, reckless endangerment, and economic interruption.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to take forever to fix that.
Yeah. I mean, how about like attempted?
I mean, I guess you could have got charged for something way worse.
What if someone was like walking?
Yeah.
What if someone trying to leave?
Yeah.
He wasn't checking.
Yeah.
He was like, "Is it clear?"
Yeah.
That's crazy. He got lucky, honestly.
Okay, pull up the article. So here's the deal. So you want to watch it again? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Play it again.
Oh
my gosh, bro. This man's out of control. He's unhinged.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, so here's the deal. Okay. There is such a thing as lemon laws. Now, lemon laws prevent you from buying a car from a dealership that could potentially be messed up. And I want to say it's like 30 days in California or something like that.
Well, this is Utah.
It is in Utah, so we'll look up theirs. Utah lemon laws, also known as the New Motor Vehicle Act, applies to new and leased vehicles that have significant defects that can't be repaired. A nonconformity is a defect that impairs the vehicle's safety or value. The law applies to vehicles that are primarily intended for highway use, including motorcycles and motor home. Doesn't apply to farm tractors, mobile homes. Okay. Remedies. If a vehicle qualifies, the manufacturer may replace it or the owner may be eligible for a refund. The manufacturer must stamp a Utah title with a brand that states manufacturer buyback non-conforming vehicle, disclose the vehicle's history, pay incidental cost.
Let's see. Utah lemon laws with used cars because it's talking about new cars. No, Utah lemon laws does not apply to used vehicles. So he was hosed.
So he was hosed.
He was hosed.
Why would they not have a lemon law for used vehicles?
Let's see what California is.
I think we do have one for used vehicles. I have an easy workaround for this if you guys want to know.
See, this is the benefit of being in a highly regulated state. Protects used car buyers if the vehicle has major defects that can't be repaired after a reasonable number of attempps.
So California is different.
Yep.
And I know this because my mother-in-law recently bought a car. There were issues with it. She took it back to the dealership I want to say 3 or 4 times, and they had to keep fixing it for her.
Really?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. So here is an easy workaround, and I highly recommend it. Get a mobile mechanic or have a relationship with a mechanic, and before you buy a car, take it to a mechanic to get a diagnostic. Pay the $150.
Do it my way.
Oh, you gonna tell him your way? How'd you do it, Zach? Share your wisdom with us.
Well, if you're confident enough, you can open up the hood and kind of just looks good to me. Hand someone $10,000. Then find out you have a blown head gasket. So
you just went through this.
Yeah, in January.
And what'd you do?
Okay.
You did not listen to my advice.
I did not listen to your advice. I was trying to get as much car as possible, and I didn't want to spend a couple $100 on a thing. So learn from me, guys. Where do I start? Okay, went to go check out this car. Looked like a good deal. Well, not too much of a deal, just a reasonable deal. Met the guy. He didn't seem sketchy at all. Met at his house. You know?
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. He did not feel sketchy at all. And he had an accent. It's foreign. I
Don't do
don't
do the accent.
I don't see tone.
Okay. Don't do the accent.
I don't hear tone.
Okay, good.
And I don't do accents. I would never do that. And I was like, you know what?
Felt good about it.
I felt good about it.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I was not only buying a good car, but I was having a good interaction with a human that has come to my country.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so I purchased the car and quickly find out that there's a blown head gasket.
Mm-hmm.
Then, long story short, I need a new engine because you can try to machine the engine back to its position, but you still might have some crazy leak.
Yep.
So a new engine would be like $15,000. Or my friend, who I bought the car from,
You did the accent.
has a guy.
You did the accent.
I went to his guy.
And how much did it cost you?
$1,500 for used engine. My friend, I hook you up, and he paid half, and so we bought a used engine in our brand new used car off OfferUp. We're playing Legos with this car within the first week of owning this vehicle, and I will say,
How much did the car cost you?
$10,000
Plus an extra $750 for the new engine.
Mm-hmm.
For the new used engine.
for the new used engine, and I will say the engine's working great.
It's running great.
It's shocking.
So it worked out.
So it worked out, and never gonna do that ever again.
Never going to do that ever again.
You know what the worst part is too? Is that
How many miles did the car have on it?
Is that 130?
130. Okay.
130. So we had a really nice Prius. I love this Prius, and I got rear-ended, and it was bad enough for them to total the car. So that's what
I
happened.
can't believe they didn't give you the car back. Usually they total the car and give you the car back and write you a check. At least I thought that's how it
No,
worked.
you can ask for the car back and then give you a little bit of a smaller check. So they're buying the car off of you, and then they kind of flip the car too. So we got a $13,000 check, but by the end of it, we pretty much spent $13,000 on a $10,000 car. So we still broke even. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, but we're like, we're gonna buy a $10,000 car. We're gonna spend $3,000 on debt. It's gonna be great. We're gonna be moving far. Instead, we just got a car that's like 3 years older than our last one, and not as nice. Not as many just doesn't feel as nice. Doesn't connect to my phone.
It's bigger though, isn't it?
It's bigger. So we got the Prius V, so it's a little bit more like a SUV, or it's a little more like a minivan, like a mini minivan.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, now we're over it.
Yeah.
Now
It
we're
sucked,
over it.
though.
But yeah, there are.
So the moral of the story is pay the $150 for the diagnostic. If in the process you have to go through 3 or 4 cars, because when you buy a used car privately, you don't get the lemon law, but you're more likely to get a better deal because it's not a dealership marking it up. So you either got to shop around and be patient to buy a used car from a private dealer, or you got to go with Toyota's certified used car with a warranty, which at that point you're paying more.
Yeah, you're paying.
It's really your only 2 options. And so when you buy a used car, find an old lady who's maintaining the car, doesn't drive much. You can find a used car with low miles, but you got to shop around. It's going to take a while.
Do you want to know one other damning detail that I omitted?
Okay. Oh no.
The title wasn't in his name.
Whose name was the title in?
His father-in-law. He's selling it for father-in-law. He's selling it for father-in-law, and I was like, "Oh, good man, good man. I trust foreign men with my money." But now I was actually we were driving the other day, and I was like, Melissa's in the car, and I'm like, "You know what I think about every now and then?" And she says, "What?" I go, "Whether we're driving a stolen car or not."
But you got the title brought over.
She's like, me too. Yeah, we got the title. Yeah, I mean, he had the title.
He just signed for his father-in-law. It's possible it wasn't his father-in-law. Possibly you're driving a stolen car.
Probably what's more probable is that he was trying to start a low-key car flipping business, and he just bought something that needed some work, and he didn't know how much work it needed. And was like, I sell a car on OfferUp, make $2,000.
You gotta stop with the accent.
No, those are my people. And so I'm guessing that's because another damning detail I omitted.
Oh gosh, how many details did you omit?
Oh, like I would say probably about 2 weeks, 3 weeks after I go on OfferUp, and I see he posted another price.
Oh yeah, you got finesse, bro. That was not his car. Yeah.
Well, he probably bought it off somebody. Here's the most charitable view that's not stolen.
Okay.
He bought it off somebody, and he literally did a quick flip.
Yep.
So he didn't like get the title in his name.
Yep. Yeah, that's definitely what happened.
So I didn't do that though.
Yeah, you didn't do that. You didn't drive it back into his car. To his house.
All of it.
It's called floating titles. He didn't need to pay registration to put it under his name. You save money that way. I've seen people do this. Wow.
Oh yeah, and the registration was past due.
That's definitely a flipper. Hey, thank you so much for checking out the video. Please be sure to comment below and subscribe and all that good stuff. And check out this other video that YouTube seems to be recommending just for you. Let me know if they nailed it. All right? I'll see you over there. Peace.